And welcome to Bullish. This is episode 8. I'm your host, Sandy Claus, and tonight we are doing a market breakdown. Also, as you can tell in the background, doing a little bit of med supplies tonight. I was doing this and I realized as soon as I got to Deacons that my microphone in OBS hadn't been turned on after the update. So I already got here, I already purchased it all, so we'll catch up to where I'm at. Before we do that, let's take a quick word from our sponsor.
This episode of Bullish is brought to you by our good friends at SC Wealth Corp. Stop the grind, find a community. At SC Wealth Corp, you will find a vast variety of events with massive rewards, huge lottery-sized giveaways, and the unique casino. So come hang out, try your luck, and win some Alpha UEC, but more importantly, find a solid community. They offer 1 million Alpha UEC just for joining the Discord channel. That's right, no strings attached. Just join the Discord channel. And for those wishing to skip the grind, they offer safe, risk-free Alpha UEC purchase options, so you can jump straight into the Star Citizen action. SC Wealth Corp. Stop the grind. Find a community. Link to the Discord is below in the description.
Thank you, SC Wealth Corp. Thank you for all your sponsorships and help in making all this possible. So tonight, let's do our market breakdown. So these are your purchase prices and sell prices for the commodities out there. These I only focus on kind of the big ticket commodities, ones that you can actually make a decent profit on, depending on the quantities. In the purchase price section, you will only find the lowest current price and where it's at. I can't speak really to the quantity or capacity that each of those sites have. So you might show up. Well, I know Lathan has all the titanium. But Deacons, let's say for in fact it doesn't have enough there to purchase to fill up a whole C2, but that's the lowest price right now, and it's shown at 1671, which I will tell you is not the lowest price. I just went there and purchased it. Sell prices, again, that's the lowest prices for all the commodities. So yeah, there's that. So let's get into our med supplies. There are 4 places to purchase medical supplies. 2 of them are in Crusader and 2 of them are in Microtech. If you watch the video on Ninetales lockdown event, you'll notice I always go to the Crusader side. It's just where I like it and where I like to go. I think it's a little bit faster, a little bit easier. Usually it's a little bit quicker runs to the actual space stations that you're going to sell it at. But I wanted to run med supplies and see how much I can actually make without the bonus from the event. So, purchase prices. Deacons is considered your lowest right now at 16.71. However, tonight I just went and purchased it for 16.20. But I'll get more into that a little bit later. Next up, your next lowest is going to be over in Microtech. Ray McGrath at 17.15. And then going back into Crusader, you're going to have Hicks Research at 17.34. And then the other one, Rayari, Anvik, and back in Microtech at 17.56. Each one of these places are on a different moon. And kind of the good news is, like, you'll have like one place that's supposed to be really low and one of the higher ones. So Deacons and Hicks kind of equal out with Rayari and both the Rayari places. So those are the 4 places you can purchase medical supplies. And so let's talk about selling it. There are tons of places to actually sell it. Almost every station out there, every site you go to, you can sell med supplies. I stick with the big cities only because I want to offload all at once. So I'll sometimes take a small cut in the sell price and not get as high per unit. What are they called? The CPUs, the cost per unit. I'll take a little bit of a hit to offload faster and to turn my ship faster and get back out there to sell. So let's talk about the 4 big stations. Really only 2 I would ever recommend. That's Orson and Lorville. Both, the going rate is 19.25. Whichever one you decide to go to and sell, it's up to you. New Babbage and Area 18 is 18.87 and 18.94. The only benefit maybe going to New Babbage is that since you're already over there purchasing all the med supplies instead of coming back to Lowerville to sell, it might be worth to cut the lower price per unit to just go straight to New Babbage and sell. Maybe we'll do one of those runs later just to see how it works out. But those are the 4 places to sell. Again, Orson and Lowerville are the highest ones to sell. Let's talk about routes. So here's the Microtech loop, starting in Lowerville, going to all the Rayaris, and then back to Lowerville. You can do the Microtech Med Supply run and end in New Babbage, which might not be too bad of an idea to do, and see the price difference between the two, and see how our POT lines up. Next one, which one I did tonight, I did the Crusader Med Supply run. I'm currently sitting in Deacons right now, doing the video portion of it, because again, I forgot to set the microphone when I first started. So we did start off in Lowerville. I'm not going to Hicks, and here's why. I thought that the capacity of Deacons, which I did not check before I did this run, I didn't think it was going to be enough to fill my C2, and it actually did. So projections, what we projected, I was going to need to invest about 1.2 million of my money into filling up a C2. I expected to sell it at a little over 1.3 million, net profiting about 103,000. The flight from Lowerville out here and down to Orson, which I'm going to do after this, I expected to spend about 8,000 expenses between refuels and repairs. Profit margin, as you can see, expectation projections are 9 to 10%, which lines up with your Laranite. So everyone's fighting over Laranite. If you just don't want to fight over it, I suggest maybe trying a med supply run. Not too bad. So I got to Deacons. I filled up my entire C2, one run. Price per unit, our CPU, 16.20. I filled up my CSEU, of course, 69,600. And I spent not 1.2, but actually 1.1. So 1,127,455 is the exact amount I spent. And now I am going to go to Orson to sell because I want to be honest. So that's that. That's the med supply run. Now I could go back to Lowerville, but having almost $2 million worth of commodities in the back of my hold and the chances of a crash and losing all that scares me. So I'm gonna go to Orson. Plus I haven't sold an Orson in a very long time. We'll see how it goes. I didn't expect Deacons to have the capacity that it did. And I don't know if that, I'd have to do some research to see if that's normal or if maybe when the Ninetales lockdown they never reset the capacity levels. Because during the Ninetales lockdown event, they'll increase production basically of the med supply so more and more people can get in there and buy and sell. But usually you can't just fill up a C2 like that, even like Laranite, any of that stuff. So that's a market breakdown for the night. Current prices of all the major commodities, the big ticket commodities, and where to sell them at. And a little bit of a highlight of a not normally traded commodity, the med supplies. So I saw it ship.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete.
Crusader's known for a lot of PvP action, so you gotta keep your eyes open for that.
Quantum travel engaged.
As far as pirates, it's not very big on piracy. Of course, yellow, you gotta worry about people coming into Grim hacks. For selling, you've got to worry about people on their way to clear the crime stat. So I know Orson takes a long time to get into the city, so I'm actually going to edit out the flight down and the 10 minutes it takes to get it down through atmosphere to get there. So I will see you guys as I'm landing.
Quantum travel complete.
Thank you. Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Landing gear down.
Alrighty, welcome back. We are coming in for the landing. As always, another fun trip through the Orison atmosphere.
Engines off.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
And we're off. So yeah, I mean, we talked about the lowest prices being out there and 16.71 being the lowest for med supplies, but as you can see, slightly dynamic changes. Sometimes you get better deals, sometimes you get worse deals. So I saved well over 100,000, it looks like, just from the change from 16.71 to 16.20. And we get to look at something else besides Lorville when I sell. I didn't do the timer because it was off anyway. But again, our timer should be running right now to factor in our POT. Our POT is going to keep running until I get all the way to the actual selling terminal. I store my stuff, that's just my preference. You don't have to. I know it takes up some time, but I feel better with things stored. Now also, if you have not the best graphics cards, Orison can be labor intensive on CPUs, so just be careful, know your CPU. Something that helps is turning off the volumetric clouds. I don't have them on either. Honestly, I just never turned it back on. I never turned them on after I upgraded my RAM. So now, I always forget if it's Providence or the other one. Providence takes me to not the one I want to go to. And Cloudview Center is where I want to go, where the TDD is. We'll see.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Again, let's these are 4 locations to sell at and their prices, in case you missed it. 2 in Crusader, 2 in Microtech. Tonight we went to Deacons for selling. These are the 4 major cities and how much they go for each one. My recommendation, of course, Lorville and Orison. Possibly New Babbage, depending on your run. These are the 2 runs. Basic runs and loops. The third one I didn't put in here, of course, is the Microtech Med Supply run, which would start in Lorville and end in New Babbage. And of course, these are my original numbers for projections. But my investment was actually 1.1 and not 1.2. Which I'm thankful for. Yeah, Cloudview is one I want to go to.
Approaching next station.
And we go
If
find the
this is your
TDD.
stop, please prepare to disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing.
Sorry, it's bugging me. It's supposed to go away after 60 seconds. Boom. Alrighty, here we are. Been a while since I've done one of these. I'm just so used to the CBD in Lorville. So nice not to have a glare. So let's sell it. See what the going rate is. So we should be expecting what? 19.25. There you go, 19.25. We're going to sell all 69,600. And I should make... Am I not taking it all? Oh, look at that. They only took 50,000 units. That's crazy. Huh. Let's go ahead and sell that so we can get the next timer going. 962,500. I'm a little shocked, to be honest. So what have we got left over? 196 SCU. So further testing on the med supplies may not be a good idea to sell your med supplies in Orson, even though it's got the timer. Based on... So yeah. We'll wait for the timer. That thing. So if you want to stick around, I get it. No big deal. I will put I'll put a summation at the end of this video. Let's get out of here. Alrighty. So yeah, I will post the numbers right here. Get the actual net profit and the profit margin. Sorry, I don't have a POT on this one. I do need to do some research on capacity here. I'm not going to do a complete commodity breakdown yet. I will do one of those later. But yeah, interesting. So, filled up a C2, bought at one spot, 69,600 CSEU. Went to go sell here at Orson. You can only sell 50,000 CSEU. So, I will get you the actual numbers. So, until then, thank you guys again for stopping by and watching the video, and I'll see you around.